first guest tonight has appeared in such films as Hairspray and Serial Mom. She's also host of the Ricki Lake Show. Please welcome Ricki Lake. We're feeling good, too.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah, you look terrific.
Thank you very much. You sound surprised.
No, no, I think you look very good. I think you look great. I'm also, it's a coincidence. I guess our two shows started the exact same day.
It was September 13th, 1993.
That's right, yeah. So you guys are coming up on your fifth?
Here.
Oh, I've never been high-fived.
Yes.
Oh.
We did on my show a lot, actually.
That was frightening. All right.
I'm sorry.
Let's talk about your show for a second.
Sure.
This is just a sample question, and I'm curious about this one. It got me excited. This is a topic you had. The DNA test will prove today that you are his daddy. Now, how did that go? How does that work? Did you actually bring people in and test their DNA there on the show?
Well, we do it 10 days prior because it takes 10 days to do an actual accurate DNA test. And it was actually, it went well except for one woman. She brought two men on. We shot this like last week. I think it aired just a couple days ago. I don't know if you all saw it, but the woman was here to tell the man that she told was the father of the baby that he's not the father of the baby. And she brought the other man on to say, I hate to tell you this, but you are the father.
But according to the DNA test, you're the guy. You're the guy that
right, but the DNA test came back at the end of the hour, and we found out that neither of them were the father of the baby. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
So, you know.
How many people are in the running for this honor?
Well, she admitted on the show that she had slept with both of them the same night, so there obviously must have been time for a third.
Wait a minute. How does that happen?
You're asking me? I don't know. It happened, and you know, then I said to her, I said, well, you must know, now you've ruled out these two, you must know who the father is, and she said she didn't.
So there's probably a third guy that night?
At least, yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, yeah, and it happened on my show.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But how did she feel? I mean, I'm always curious, like, why do these people come forward and say, I want to find out who the father of my baby is? I know I was just like 4 guys that night. I know what I'll do. I'll go on national TV, and that's how we'll find out.
Yeah, I don't know what the thinking is. I mean, it didn't cost her a penny, so maybe that, you know, DNA tests are expensive. I don't know.
Should I spend the $40 or be humiliated on national television?
Well, she didn't seem that bothered by it. I mean, and the guys were relieved. They were like, phew, you know, really happy. But.
Right. Well, that's the amazing thing is you watch these shows and the people don't seem to be that embarrassed when this horrible stuff comes out about them.
Well, there's also a lot of good stuff. Let me also say we do a lot of good things. Today we did a show, Making Dreams Come True. We had a lot of people on, terminally ill people that came on, and we made good things happen. So, you know, of course you don't want to discuss that.
No, no, of course
do some
not.
really
That's
good
not
things on our show.
Helping people, that's not going anywhere.
That's really when the ratings take a nosedive anyway.
Yeah, no, people want to see, you know, overweight contestants hitting each other with chairs.
Well, that's not our show. That's Jerry Springer.
Jerry Springer, really? Now, have you bought his Jerry Springer video?
No, I haven't. And I actually haven't seen the show because I feel like I live the talk show circuit. I don't need to watch it, so I don't really see his show. But I like him very much. I like him. I think he's a smart guy. And
good political answer, yeah.
Well, and you know, he's providing a service that obviously a lot of people are into. And
yeah, hitting each other with chairs. That's
I'm not into it, but obviously some people are.
We were watching the video, and it's every single discussion on his show, even if it's a pretty tame discussion. What's your favorite color? You know?
Oh, no.
I like blue. I like pale blue. And they start hitting each other with chairs. And you're like, what are you talking about? We gotta take a quick break. We're gonna take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll have more with Ricki Lake, so stick around. Sitting here with Ricki Lake.
All right, what do you want to trash now?
I'm not going to trash anything. I want to talk about you. You got started in this business so young.
Not that young.
Yeah, you were 18 years old when
18.
you were working and pretty much independent and making your own money, which is pretty young, I think, for people.
It was young. I was very naive, and I didn't appreciate what I had when I had it, and then I had to lose everything, and then you suddenly appreciate everything.
Did you act crazy when you were 18 and the money started to come in? Did you go insane?
No, I didn't, because I never really could. I don't know. I just never could understand exactly what I had. I mean, it just seemed like play money. You know, I think as Rosie says, funny money. But now, you know, after having the experience that I had at the age of 20, losing my house, losing my money, you know, losing everything basically, it affected me, and I now, you know, now it's
you're more careful, you're more conservative about it, the whole thing.
More than I should be, because now I'm in a totally different situation, but yeah, I'm pretty careful.
What kind of parties were you throwing when you were 18 and you had this money? What were you doing?
I had some big parties. My 21st birthday was pretty memorable. I was obsessed, and I don't know if you guys were, but I was obsessed with famous people, and I wanted to be surrounded by every famous person I could possibly get my hands on, and I had a huge 21st birthday at a karaoke party. I was on a TV show called China Beach at the time, where every cast member, you know, I became friends with some of the Brady Bunch people, the real Brady Bunch people. I had Jan Brady at my party, and this one, I didn't even know
her name isn't Jan Brady in real life. I love you, Jan Brady. My name is Eve Plum.
I was jumping around screaming. Jan Brady came to my party. She was actually the most exciting guest on my list.
So those are the kind of celebrities you were getting crazy with.
Yes, I was obsessed with it. Yeah, I'm now over that obsession, but
you
yeah.
calmed down a little bit.
I have.
And you live now in the city. I know you're married, and you have a baby.
Baby Milo. He'll be a year next month.
Right. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's great.
Is it? You ever think, oh my God, I better not talk about my kid too much on TV, or it's going to be that Kathy Lee Cody syndrome, you know, where kids are mad at Cody. He's just like a little kid, but they're like, you know, when he probably walks into play school, the other kids are like, shut up, I don't want to hear one word out of you.
That's quite possibly happening. No, I have a theory that when Milo is old enough to tell Mommy that he wants to be on television, then he'll be on television, but until then, he won't be.
But if he asks you if he can be on TV, then he can be on TV?
Possibly. I mean, you know, I'm not going to parade him on my show, but if he wants to get involved in theater or, you know, whatever, I mean, when he's old enough to make that decision on his own, then that's great.
When I have kids, I'm going to crush their dreams and ambitions.
You are.
You get down in the cellar.
What a great father you'll be.
Oh, it's going to be hell. I feel sorry for those kids already. Where do you live here in New York? I heard this rumor that you moved into, I'm not going to say specifically, but that you moved into a building with lots of famous people.
Yeah, well, one in particular. We moved because we were having security problems in our old building. We moved to, you know, in a nice, secure building, you know, complete anonymity. We move in, the day we move in, the Marv Albert thing broke out, and he lives in our building. So there were camera crews outside my building for 2 months.
But they were just completely camped out. Can you hear Marv in the next room?
Hi, Ricki. No, I actually can't. I've seen him once in the elevator.
You hear show tunes? No. No, nothing like that?
No.
Someone's feather boa got caught in the elevator.
No, not that exciting, unfortunately.
Who else?
Who else was? I don't want to give out the address or anything.
I heard Madonna lived there.
No. I was going to we bought a loft and sold it, so we were going to live in the same building she's living, but decided against it, so we're not living there.
Because I think that would be too much, to live in a building with Madonna.
Well,
would be crazy.
She might be a nice neighbor, but I can't imagine, you know, the paparazzi outside the building.
Yeah, I mean, maybe she's she might be terrific. I mean, I don't know if I'd go by and say, can I borrow a light bulb, you know, or anything like that.
I might work out with her or something. Might be fun.
Really?
Yeah, I'd love to have her body and get in great shape with her. I don't know.
I'd be ashamed to work out with a big celebrity.
Really?
Yeah, just to see them, you know, them looking at me with, I have these 4-pound weights and would worry that it would show up somewhere.
Right.
But she moved out. I think that's good, because what's it like to walk out of your building and there's paparazzi there?
It's not fun, especially when you want to protect your child. I mean, I don't care. They can put every fat picture of me in Star Magazine. It doesn't bother me. I really am trying to be protective of my child, and I don't want him... First of all, I don't want people knowing what he looks like, and second of all, it's up to him to decide if he wants to be famous. You know, he didn't ask to be born to a famous parent, so I become animalistic. I see these photographers hiding behind trees in Central Park, and I get really upset because it's such a violation, you know, and I'm not going to do...
Hey, but at least you're in the tabloids.
I guess so. I guess any press is good press.
Not really,
and I'm not complaining, but when it comes to my son, I have
complained. Whenever we're like not really in the tabloids much,
You're
you know,
not?
which I think is good. Yeah, they're still on so late at night, and they're like, you know, that freak, who cares? And so I was. But once I showed up. I remember I showed up at the tabloids once. You remember this story, Andy? It was like insider scoop. He doesn't wash his hands after using the bathroom. And there was a picture of me, like... And of all, I do. And second of all, you know.
That's horrible.
And I'm like, I don't want that to be the story. I want it to be like Caught in Love Shack with Cindy Crawford.
Well, I'll see what I can fix up for you.
Yeah, spread that around. Yeah, okay. Then they can use the same picture of me leaving. What happens to him after he's in a love shack for a while? It was very nice seeing you again.
Nice
Thanks so much for coming by. The Ricki Lake Show is doing great. It's a big hit. It's on Monday through Friday. Check your local listings, and best of luck with the little baby boy.
Come, we'll have a play date someday.
Yeah.
Uncle Conan will visit Milo.
That large man is frightening me. All right, thank you very much, Ricki. Ricki Lake, everybody. Alan Havey, very funny guy, coming up. We'll be right back.